Few civilizations in Star Trek feel as foundational and as untouchable as Vulcan. The homeworld of logic, discipline, and the philosophical legacy of Spock has long symbolized stability in a galaxy defined by chaos. Yet, beneath that calm exterior, Star Trek has quietly flirted with something far more dramatic: the extinction of Vulcan. Not once, but twice. The first and most obvious blow came in Star Trek, directed by J.J. Abrams. In the Kelvin timeline, the Romulan villain Nero destroys Vulcan using red matter, collapsing the planet into a singularity. It's one of the most shocking moments in the franchise's history, not just for its visual spectacle, but for what it represents. Vulcan isn't just damaged, it's gone. Billions perish, and with them, centuries of culture, knowledge, and identity. This wasn't just a narrative twist, it was a bold reimagining of Star Trek's status quo. Vulcan had always felt permanent, a cultural anchor for the Federation. Its destruction sent a clear message: nothing is sacred anymore. And while survivors eventually established New Vulcan, the loss still reverberates. Characters like Spock are left carrying the weight of an entire civilization's memory, a living archive of a world that no longer exists. But what many fans overlook is that Vulcan's extinction was threatened long before Abrams' reboot. In Star Trek Enterprise, the storyline involving the Serenites and the rediscovery of Sirac's teachings hints at a far more subtle, but equally dangerous, existential crisis. Before the reforms inspired by Surak, Vulcan society was on a path of emotional repression without true understanding. The High Command had strayed from logic into dogma, using control and surveillance rather than enlightenment. This deviation might not have destroyed the planet physically, but it threatened something just as vital: the soul of Vulcan civilization. Without Sirac's true teachings, Vulcans risk losing the balance between logic and emotion that defines them. Their increasing paranoia and militaristic tendencies suggested a society heading toward internal collapse. Civil unrest, ideological fractures, and the suppression of truth could have led to a slow, cultural extinction, one where Vulcan still existed, but everything that made it Vulcan had been hollowed out. In a way, this earlier threat is even more unsettling than Nero's attack. Physical destruction is immediate and tragic, but cultural decay is insidious. It erodes identity over generations, leaving behind a shell of what once was. Enterprise shows that Vulcan didn't just face annihilation from external forces, it nearly lost itself from within. Taken together, these two storylines reveal a fascinating pattern in Star Trek. Vulcan's survival has never been as guaranteed as it seems. Whether through catastrophic destruction or ideological corruption, the franchise has repeatedly explored how even its most stable worlds can teeter on the brink. And perhaps that's the point. Vulcan endures not because it is invincible, but because it adapts. From the wisdom of Surak to the resilience of its survivors, Vulcan's story is ultimately one of survival against the odds. Even when extinction feels inevitable,